Transitioning from microblading to machine hair strokes can be one of the hardest things to master as a permanent makeup artist. There are many reasons to master the machine technique though. Not all clients are suitable for microblading, and machine work tends to be less invasive than a microblading stroke, so more skin types can have it. Nanostrokes are also more popular now as styles change. So what are some tips to help you transition from one technique to another? Hi, I'm Katie Schofield. I'm a trainer here in the UK and I help artists like you gain more confidence in their knowledge and skills of permanent makeup to succeed in this amazing profession. If you're interested in training with me, either in the UK, US or Canada, then hit the Train in Person link in the description. You can also join my free Facebook group Permanent Excellence and post pictures of your work or get great advice there. It really helps my channel grow if you hit the like and subscribe buttons, so do me a favour and hit them now and we'll get straight on to some machine hair strokes. Now, I'm not going to lie, machine work is much harder than hair strokes with a microblade. A microblade is much more like a pen to hold and it doesn't move, so it's much easier to control. So let's hit the latex with some tips to get you started in your transition. This is an exercise that I recommend for everyone, and all these videos that I've included are speeded up, so please don't think that I work this quickly. I work much slower than this. So write your name, and my name is quite good for this because there's lots of straight letters but also some curved ones, and they're the hardest. If you have a name that's all straight letters, then write something else. But the trick isn't just to write it once, it's to keep going over it, and this is going to mimic actually having to go over your hair strokes with a few passes. What you need to do now is go over and over the same strokes. You want to hit the same lines over and over again, and when you wipe it, there should be very, very little white between your strokes. This is going to teach you to control your machine and your needle properly. I recommend going over the same piece of writing 10 times. So let's talk about the hair strokes themselves, and this again is sped up. So looking at a microblade, when we draw a hair stroke, we start off gently, a little more pressure in the middle, and then we just finish gently as well so that we get that nice tapered end. You need to recreate this with the machine as well. So you need to go in gently at the start of the stroke and also come out of the stroke gently as well. Otherwise you're going to end up with blunt ends that look really unnatural. When you're drawing these hair strokes, I want you to imagine a plane either taking off or coming into land as you start and finish the hair stroke, so they've always got that nice taper to them. Like with microblading, machine hair strokes should be either pulling towards yourself or, like in this case, pushing away from you, and you may find one easier than the other. Practicing this tapered start and finish is going to make each side look just as natural. This is a really helpful technique. So these are hair strokes that I've already microbladed, and then I'm going to go over them with machine. So this is going to teach you to hit the same fine lines over and over again. But having microbladed them previously, you've almost put a little channel in there. And I liken this to bowling with those inflatable things at the side. It helps keep your needle in that channel. Now you can actually do this on a person, but you need to just do one pass of microblading and then use your machine just to fill the stroke. It shouldn't be putting any extra depth on it. And you only use the very taper of the needle to do this, and be very careful, but it makes a really easy transition from microblading to machine. With both latex and clients, it's really advisable to draw your strokes on first, even if it's just your skeleton strokes. I've worked with some of the best hair stroke artists in the world, and they all still do this. It's really good for getting your symmetry great on your client as well. Use a really sharp pencil to mark your strokes, and using a Q-tip just to wipe a section of the hair stroke will check that you've implanted it properly. If you're struggling with hair strokes that are all one movement and it is quite hard to control your machine in the beginning, then you can always have a try at some pixelated strokes where you move your needle like this. You have to keep hitting the same line over and over again, but it is easier to control. These type of hair strokes do tend to heal a little softer, and I actually like to mix and match within my hair stroke designs to give them a more 3D effect. you can see that the finished result is a much more softer and more dotted line. And these give a really lovely, fluffy nano brow. I hope that helps you. Let me know in the comments how you get on. Now, your machine work is only going to be as good as your needle knowledge. So to understand all the different types of needles and when to use them, I made this video here. I look forward to seeing you soon. See you next time. Bye-bye.